Hello and welcome to Tech Talks, the Banker video series on everything fintech. I'm Joy Macknight, technology editor at The Banker, and I'm here with Benedetta Lucini, who's co-founder of Oval Money. Thanks so much for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell me a little bit about Oval Money and how it helps customers save money?
Yes, of course. We try to help customers save money in two ways. First of all, we allow them to link their accounts, and that allows them to track how they're spending. By using our data, we even give them advice on how it would be better to spend certain ways. And then the second part is we have created what we call steps. Steps are an easy way that people can put like a mechanism, little like rules to save. For example, they can decide to round up all their purchases and put away the change, or they can decide to link, for example, their Fitbit or their Runtastic and say, like, save £1 every kilometer I run. And so it can be very social. They share them with the community and they can share it with their friends.
Okay, and how do you use smart data analytics within your product?
Yes, so we are really based on machine learning, and we believe in machine learning that is based on collective intelligence. So we have a backbone of data that helps, that based on the user behavior, we give them tips and, for example, also predictive analysis, especially for people who have flexible income. This is very important because they tend to have a difficulty in understanding how much they're going to spend and how much they can spend. And then on the other side, instead, we use the collective data to give people tips depending on how the rest of the community behaves. So for example, if you have a phone bill that is really high and we see that compared to the community is like 20-30% more, we'll tell our users, why don't you go and renegotiate, and you can save a lot of money this way.
Okay, and how difficult has it been for you to get funding?
Yeah, so funding is always a difficult topic for startups, and in Italy it's even harder. I think the fact that me and my co-founders are all like ex-startuppers, so it's not our first experience, and I had an experience in Uber previously, has helped, but definitely we decided to go first towards people who are ex-entrepreneurs or family offices, so that generally they've already had a business and they can really add value to us, or big financial institutions that have that knowledge of the financial market that, you know, much better than we can ever have. So we went like this, and we found that it was the right choice because we have good partners now other than just money.
So because you're in partnership with Intesa Sanpaolo,
yes.
So how did that develop?
It's very interesting. I was introduced to Stefano Barrese, who's their CEO of the regions, at a completely different event that had nothing to do with fintech. And then he told me, he said, you know, I have to change the way we think about branches. Because people are not going to branches anymore to ask about advice, financial advice. And I told him, well, I'm building an app that actually is changing the way people think about financial advice and financial education. And so he told me, oh my God, I need to learn more about it. And from there, I started meeting people in his teams. And that's how they realized that, you know, there's a lot that has to be done still for the Italian market. Just to give you an idea, when we launched last week in the Italian market, we were like number 7 on the App Store in the first day, and it shows that even if there are apps by financial banks, probably they don't serve the right need. And so banks are looking for and are hungry for new startups to really understand what is that need of their clients online. And so that's how we kind of built the connection.
Okay, and my last question is really around sort of the move to open banking and open application programming interfaces. How is that going to affect your business, do you think?
Open API is super important, and I think it's going to change Europe as a whole. The fact that you can really that a user can access its financial data in different ways will open a lot of opportunities. I think banks have been sitting on transaction data without ever really understanding what their client was about, and instead new startups like ours are using this data to give users opportunities like new financial products and give inclusion, or maybe there will be startups that do it with credit. But the idea is like opening this data and using technology like we do will really help the market of the financial excluded, which doesn't mean the unbanked. It just means like those who weren't able to access certain products to really get to access this market. So we're very excited.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Benedetta.
Thank you.